Salvete vobis. Hello, everyone. I'm John Coleman from ApocatastasisInstitute for the Humanities, an alternative college and high school here on New Milford, Connecticut, USA. The purpose of this broadcast is to get our weekly poem underneath our belt, and so we shall. As I cue up the screen share, it is entering the autumn in this part of the world, and I looked out the window this very morning and I saw the squirrels stashing away acorns. So you know what that means. And I thought the poem that we have today, which is April Inventory by W.D. Snodgrass, I thought that was and is an appropriate poem for this time of year. Though it's called April Inventory, it's about growing old. The year is growing old, and so are we. And the squirrels are growing fat, and the trees will be getting naked. And this poem, I think, encapsulates, growing along in the tooth. April Inventory. Now, I am told by the search engine gods that this is a how do you pronounce this? Catalpa tree. Catalpa tree. And that, of course, is mentioned in the beginning of our poem. So the author, once again, is W.D. Snodgrass. Here's a photograph of himself. And we'll get right into the poem here. The green catalpa tree has turned all white and cherry blooms once more. In one whole year I haven't learned a blessed thing they pay you for. The blossoms snow down in my hair. The trees and I will soon be bare. The trees have more than I to spare, the sleek, expensive girls I teach. Younger and pinker, every year bloom gradually out of reach. The pear tree lets its petals drop like dandruff on a tabletop. The girls have grown so young by now, I have to nudge myself to stare. This year they smile and mind me how my teeth are falling with my hair. In 30 years I may not get younger, shrewder, or out of debt. The 10th time, just a year ago, I made myself a little list of all the things I ought to know, then told my parents and a list, and everyone who's trusted me I'd be substantial presently. I haven't read one book about a book or memorized one plot or found a mind I did not doubt or learned one date and then forgot. And one by one, the solid scholars get the degrees, the jobs, the dollars, and smile above their starchy collars. I taught my class Whitehead's Notions, one lovely girl, a song of Mahler's. Lacking a source book or promotions, I showed one child the colors of a lutemoth and how to love. I taught myself to name my name, to bark back loose in love and crying, to ease my woman when she came, to ease an old man who was dying. I have not learned how often I can win, can love, but choose to die. I have not learned there is a lie, love shall be blonder, slimmer, younger, that my equivocating eye loves only by my body's hunger, that I have forces true to feel, or that the lovely world is real. While scholars speak authority and wear their ulcers on their sleeves, my eyes and spectacles shall see these trees procure and spend their leaves. There is a value underneath the gold and silver in my teeth. Though the trees turn barren, girls turn wives, we shall afford our costly seasons. There is a gentleness survives, that tree will outspeak and has its reasons. There is a loveliness exists, preserves us, not for specialists. So once again, the poem this week is April Inventory by W.D. Snodgrass. And if you really got the itch for literature, I encourage you to take a look at our School of Arts here at ApocatastasisInstitute. And we, in fact, have an entire course on poetry and all sorts of literature studies. So with that, thanks for hanging out and enjoying this poem, though it's about Well, though it's called April inventory, like I say, it's about, well, maybe a feeling a lot of us have this time of year growing along in the tooth. So there you go. April inventory by W.D. Snodgrass. I'll catch you next week. Later.